In 1968, a groundbreaking science fiction film directed by Franklin Schaffner made its debut on the big screen. This film, Planet of the Apes, starred Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter, Morris Evans, James Whitmore, Linda Harrison, and James Daly. The screenplay was crafted by Michael Wilson and Rod Serling. The narrative revolves around a crew of astronauts who crash land on a mysterious planet in the distant future. The surviving crew members discover a society where apes have evolved to possess human-like intelligence. These apes have become the dominant species, relegating humans to subservient roles akin to animals. Initially, both the studios and the book's author believed that the film adaptation would be a disaster. At that time, talking apes were typically relegated to low-budget B-movies, so the script was not taken seriously. The producer faced numerous rejections while trying to pitch the script to different studios. It wasn't until a makeup test was conducted that 20th Century Fox decided to consider the project. Richard Zanuck of 20th Century Fox had concerns about the makeup, fearing it might evoke laughter rather than awe. Up until then, on-screen apes were either real monkeys or actors in flimsy costumes. Zanuck knew that convincing makeup was crucial for the film's success. The producer conducted a makeup test featuring Charlton Heston and Edward G. Robinson, who was later dropped from the film. The test, which cost $5,000, impressed Zanuck enough to dispel his concerns about the ape's appearance. Consequently, he agreed to allocate $5,000 to kickstart the production of Planet of the Apes. At the peak of production, the film required about 100 makeup artists, wardrobe workers, and hairstylists to prepare the apes for shooting. Some of the larger scenes featured around 200 actors and actresses in full ape costumes, demanding extensive preparation time. The makeup process was highly efficient, with artists working around the clock to create individual pieces. John Chambers, the mastermind behind the ape makeup design, led the team of makeup artists. Chambers was a premier creature effects artist in Hollywood, known for his work on shows like The Munsters, The Outer Limits, and Lost in Space. However, his most famous work was on Star Trek, where he created Spock's iconic pointed ears. Chambers began his career after World War II, crafting prosthetics and facial restorations for wounded soldiers. Rod Serling played a significant role in writing the script for Planet of the Apes, dedicating a year to its adaptation. Although the production team wanted to use much of his script, budget constraints forced them to scale back. Serling's original vision depicted a technologically advanced ape society with cars, helicopters, and skyscrapers. However, this would have inflated the film's budget, so the production opted for a more primitive ape society, with apes riding horses and living in simpler sets. Initially, applying full ape makeup to an actor took up to 6 hours, including the hair, brows, ears, mouth, and hands. Over time, Chambers and his team streamlined the process to just over 3 hours per character by creating an assembly line system. Charlton Heston suffered from flu-like symptoms during much of the filming. Rather than delaying production, the producers felt his hoarse voice added depth to his character, Taylor. Interestingly, although Heston's character is credited as George Taylor, the name George is never mentioned in the film. He is always referred to as Taylor. To create a disorienting effect, the director used odd and skewed angles, often with handheld cameras, mirroring Taylor's experience in the New World. During the hunt scene, Heston ran naked through Poison Oak at Fox Century Ranch, where the scene was filmed. The early scenes, where the spaceship crash lands in a lake, were filmed at Lake Powell, formed by the dam on the Colorado River at the Utah-Arizona border. The movie was shot between May 22 and August 1967, but the oppressive summer heat led to all 4 sequels being filmed during the winter months to avoid the discomfort of wearing the ape costumes in summer. The original script called for the native human women to be bare-breasted, but Fox scrapped this idea to comply with censors. An interesting phenomenon occurred on set during lunchtime. The cast subconsciously segregated themselves by species, with human actors, chimpanzees, orangutans, and gorillas eating separately. Charlton Heston noted that this self-segregation was inexplicable, with different species not interacting with one another. In 1969, there was no Oscar category for makeup achievement, but John Chambers' work on Planet of the Apes was so exceptional that the Academy awarded him an honorary Oscar for outstanding makeup achievement at the 41st Academy Awards. Walter Matthau introduced Chambers, but the real highlight was a chimpanzee in a tuxedo presenting the award. Unlike modern blockbusters, Planet of the Apes ends on a somber note. The film reveals that humanity is lost, with Earth destroyed, leaving only the crumbling Statue of Liberty as a reminder of a once great civilization. Considering the limited technology of the time, the film is remarkably well done. Rewatching it can evoke fond memories and appreciation for its achievements without the benefits of today's computer-generated effects. Give it another viewing. You might find yourself enjoying it all over again. We'll end here. Thank you for your attention. Like and subscribe. There are many interesting things ahead. Good luck.